Welcome back to AI Explained.
Yeah.
AI is changing so fast, it's hard to keep up.
It really is.
But that's what we try to do, right?
You got it.
Today's deep dive, Google's latest AI Gemini 2.0.
Ooh, exciting.
It's kind of like, yeah,
Yeah.
imagine if you could have an AI
Okay.
that doesn't just understand what you say and see, but also can generate images,
Whoa.
craft audio, even take actions for you.
Okay, now that's getting interesting.
It's pretty wild stuff. We're unpacking all this based on this really insightful article about Gemini 2.0. So much exciting stuff to unpack here.
Sounds like it.
Before we get too far ahead, can you get a rewind a bit?
Sure.
Give us a quick recap of Google's AI journey
Yeah,
and how Gemini 2.0 fits into this whole thing.
you bet. So Google's been on this path for a while now, trying to make AI more and more helpful.
Right.
And Gemini 2.0 is really a major leap forward.
Okay.
Remember Gemini 1.0?
I do, vaguely.
Incredible at organizing information. It was really good at that.
Yeah, like a super search engine on steroids.
Exactly like a search engine on steroids. Processing text, videos, images, audio, you name it.
So Gemini 2.0 takes it even further.
It takes it a step further, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just about gathering the information, it's about taking that information and making it useful for you.
Okay.
Google calls this the agentic era of AI,
Agentic, okay.
which basically means AI that can act on our behalf, not just respond to our questions.
Okay, so not just a super smart assistant, but an AI that can actually do things for us.
Exactly. That's both exciting and a bit mind-blowing.
It is a little bit mind-blowing when you really think about it.
It is.
Yeah.
And the one leading this charge is called Gemini 2.0 Flash.
Right.
It's the experimental flagship model,
Yeah.
and it's packed with faster response times and a whole bunch of impressive new tricks.
Okay, well, lay it on me. What kind of tricks? What are we talking about here?
So think about it this way.
Go.
Imagine asking your AI to write you a song,
Okay.
then generate an image to go with it, then translate the lyrics into Spanish, all in the blink of an eye. That's the kind of multimodal magic that Gemini 2.0 is capable of. It can take in and generate all kinds of content, text, images, audio, even code.
So is this something we can actually, experience, or is this just for,
Yeah.
the tech geniuses out there?
Actually, you can get a taste of it yourself.
Really?
Developers and businesses can access it through APIs. But for the rest of us, there's the Gemini app.
Okay.
They even have a version optimized for chatting.
So this isn't just hidden away.
No.
In some labs, somewhere, people can actually play with this.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing is, it's so much more than a souped-up search engine. Google is using Gemini 2.0 to power up all sorts of tools and features.
Okay, so, give me some examples.
One that comes to mind is deep research.
Deep research, okay.
Imagine this. You need to compile information on a super complex topic. Instead of spending hours sifting through search results,
Right.
you ask deep research and boom,
Okay.
it generates a comprehensive report for you, pulling everything together in a way that's easy to understand.
So, doing all the heavy lifting of the research.
Exactly.
That's a game changer for us. Students, journalists, researchers, anyone who needs to gather information quickly.
Absolutely. And even those multi-step questions,
Oh, so-
like, find me a Thai restaurant open after 10 p.m. It delivers and has vegetarian options.
Right, very specific.
Gemini 2.0 can handle those too, directly within Google search.
Well, kill, color me impressed. This is really next level stuff.
It is.
But let's be realistic for a second here.
Yeah.
All this talk about AI doing things for us can be a little unsettling for some people.
Right.
What is Google doing to ensure that all this power is used responsibly?
That's a crucial question. And thankfully, it's something Google seems to be taking very seriously.
Okay, good.
They put Gemini 2.0 through a rigorous risk assessment process and are using something called red teaming to test its security.
Okay, red teaming, what's that?
Basically, think of it as a friendly attack, where experts try to find any weaknesses and make sure the AI is safe and secure.
Okay, so they're trying to break it to make sure
Yeah.
that it doesn't break
Ex-
in the real world. Okay, and what about privacy? With all this data being collected and analyzed, are there any safeguards in place?
Yes, absolutely. Google is building in privacy controls right from the start.
Yeah.
You'll be able to manage your data, even specify how long you want your information to be stored.
So they're trying to strike a balance between innovation and responsibility.
Exactly. It's about moving forward with caution, gathering feedback, and refining the technology along the way. And keep in mind, we're still in the early stages here. A lot of this is experimental.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All this talk about Gemini 2.0 being a universal assistant, I'm kind of curious, what does that actually look like in the real world?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Right.
Google's been working on some pretty mind-blowing prototypes to explore just that.
All right, I'm all ears. Spill the beans. What are these prototypes all about?
Think of them as glimpses into a future where AI becomes an integral part of our lives, helping us with everything from mundane tasks to complex challenges.
Okay. Officially intrigued. Tell me more.
Let's start with Project Astra. So Project Astra, it's all about building a truly personalized and integrated AI assistant.
Huh.
Imagine having an AI that not only understands you, but can also seamlessly connect with your life.
Okay, so it's not just sitting on my phone, passively waiting for me to ask it questions.
Exactly. It's proactive.
Okay.
And it can tap into all sorts of Google tools and services. They've been testing it on Android devices. And from what we know, it can hold conversations in multiple languages.
Okay.
Remember past interactions, even connect with things like Google Search, Lens, and Maps.
So it's like having this multilingual personal assistant who also happens to have like a photographic memory.
Exactly.
Sign me up. But seriously, how does it actually work in practice?
So imagine you're walking down the street and you see a cool restaurant.
Okay.
You can just ask Astra to look it up, pull up reviews, even make a reservation for you.
Really?
If you're traveling in a foreign country, Astra can translate signs, help you navigate, even recommend places to visit based on your interest.
Okay, that's pretty slick. Sounds like something straight on a futuristic travel show. What else can you tell me about Project Astra? Is this something we might see in the near future?
Well, one of the things they're exploring is integrating Astra with wearable technology.
Okay.
Like those AI-powered glasses we've been hearing so much about. Imagine having all of this assistance right there in your field of vision, ready to help you with whatever you need.
Okay, now that is a game changer. It sounds like it could make life so much easier and more efficient. But let's move on to another one. Of these intriguing prototypes that you mentioned, I think it was called Project Mariner.
Yes. Project Mariner is all about revolutionizing how we interact with the web.
Okay.
It takes advantage of Gemini 2.0's advanced reasoning abilities to understand and navigate web pages, even tackling those pesky forms.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah, I've always been a challenge for AI.
I know, right?
I can't tell you how much time I've wasted filling out forms online, so Mariner can actually do that for me.
It could. In early tests, it managed to complete a variety of web tasks with an impressive success rate, showing that it's capable of understanding complex web pages and interacting with them in a way that's both efficient and accurate.
So it's like having this super efficient virtual assistant who's also like a web browsing expert. That's pretty amazing. Is this something we can actually try out?
Not just yet.
Okay.
But they are letting some early adopters try it out through a Chrome extension. And the feedback they're gathering is helping them refine Mariner's capabilities and figure out the best way to roll it out on a larger scale.
It makes sense. They want to make sure it's reliable and user-friendly before they release it to the masses. So we've got Astra, the super smart personal assistant, and Mariner, the web browsing whiz. What other tricks does Google have up its sleeve with these prototypes?
Well, there's one called Jules.
Jules, okay.
That's specifically designed for developers. It's like having a coding buddy powered by AI.
A coding buddy. I wish I had one of those back in my coding days.
I know.
So what can Jules actually do?
It can suggest solutions to coding problems.
Okay.
Generate code snippets, even help you plan and execute tasks.
Okay, so it's like having an extra pair of eyes and like a super smart brain to help you through those tricky coding hurdles.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly helpful, especially for new developers who are still learning the ropes. So we've got personal assistants, web browsers, now coding buddies. Where else could this technology go?
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Like what? What other potential applications? For Gemini 2.0?
Well, they're already exploring its potential in gaming.
Gaming, okay.
Imagine playing a video game alongside an AI companion that can analyze the game in real time, suggest strategies, even tap into Google search to give you an edge.
Whoa.
It takes the whole idea of immersive gaming to a whole new level.
That does sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It does.
It's incredible to think about how much AI is changing the way we interact with the world, both virtual and real.
It is. And they're also looking into how Gemini 2.0 could revolutionize robotics.
Robotics, okay.
Its spatial reasoning capabilities could lead to robots that can navigate complex environments and perform tasks with greater precision, opening up all sorts of possibilities in industries like manufacturing, healthcare, even space exploration.
So we're talking about AI. That can assist us with everything from our daily chores, some of the most challenging tasks imaginable. It really feels like we're on the cusp of a major technological shift.
It does. And it all comes back to that idea of the agentic era of AI, where these intelligent agents become our partners, collaborators, maybe even companions in a way.
It is exciting. But I have to admit, it's also a little bit daunting.
Sure.
You know, all this talk about AI's capability. It's easy to get swept up in the possibilities. But what about the potential downsides?
Right.
Are there any risks we need to be aware of?
That's a great question, and it's one that deserves careful consideration. Like any powerful technology, AI has the potential for both good and bad.
So what are some of the things we should be thinking about as AI continues to evolve? What are the potential pitfalls we need to be mindful of?
It's true that any powerful technology has the potential to be misused. And AI is no exception. I think one of the big questions people have is about the impact of AI on jobs.
Yep.
As AI gets more and more advanced, there's naturally a concern that it could automate jobs currently done by humans.
Yeah, that's a valid concern. It's something we've seen with automation in other industries. And with AI becoming so capable, it's understandable that people are worried. And it's not just about manual labor either. We talked about Jules, the AI coding buddy. And there are other AI tools emerging in fields like writing and art.
It's across the board. I think it's important to start thinking about how we adapt and prepare for a future where AI plays a bigger role in the workforce. Things like retraining programs, supporting education initiatives, focused on future skills, making sure policies are in place to help workers transition as needed will be crucial.
Absolutely. Preparing for the changes ahead is key. Beyond jobs, what are some other potential downsides to consider?
Well, there's the potential for misuse, just like with any technology. Think about how misinformation can spread online. AI could amplify that if it's used to generate or manipulate content in a malicious way. So developing safeguards and being aware of these risks will be important.
That makes sense. And I imagine with AI becoming so intertwined with our lives, there are also concerns about privacy and data security. What's being done to address those concerns?
You're right. Data privacy is paramount. And it's something that developers are very much aware of.
Good.
A lot of work is being done to build in privacy controls from the ground up. For example, you might have the ability to control what data an AI assistant can access and how long that data is stored.
So transparency and control over our own data will be essential. As AI continues to develop, it sounds like there's a lot to think about, both the exciting possibilities and the potential challenges. What can we as individuals do to help ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly?
I think staying informed is a great first step. The more we understand about AI, its capabilities and its limitations, the better equipped we'll be to engage in meaningful discussions and advocate for responsible development.
So podcasts like ours, articles, online resources, all of those can help people become more AI savvy.
Absolutely. And there are organizations dedicated to ethical AI development that we can support. They're working to ensure that AI is used for good, that it's fair, and that it benefits everyone.
That's great to know. It sounds like there are a lot of people working hard to steer AI in the right direction.
There are. And don't underestimate the power of your own voice.
Oh, it's a good point.
Talk to your friends and family about AI. Share your thoughts and concerns, and engage with your elected officials. The future of AI is not predetermined. We can all play a role in shaping it.
That's a great point. It's up to all of us to be informed, engaged, and to use our voices to advocate for the kind of future we want to see with AI. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into Gemini 2.0.
It has.
We've explored its capabilities, the exciting possibilities it unlocks, and the important questions we need to address as we enter this new era of AI.
It's been a great conversation, and I hope our listeners feel empowered to continue exploring this complex and rapidly evolving field.
I hope so too. If this episode has sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to dive deeper, do your own research, and join the conversation about the future of AI. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to AI Explained for more deep dives into the world of artificial intelligence. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for listening to AI Explained.